everyone, it's Sam back with another video. I thought I would show you how I've made these flowers today. I really like them. They're really simple, really easy. I've made one out of book paper and one out of the Vintage Meadow Flowers by Simple Stories that I got from Hey Little Magpie, which I absolutely love. And I'm going to be using more of that paper to make another one. Apologies if you can hear my fan going. It's 32 degrees here, even at sort of gone 9 o'clock at night. So if I don't have the fan on, I'm going to absolutely melt. So please bear with me. I'm going to talk a little bit louder so that you can hear me. So what do you need to make these flowers? So I've got a 2-inch scallop circle punch. I've got a 1-inch normal circle punch, and I've got a 1/2 inch circle punch. Okay, so what we're going to do to begin with is we're going to punch out 4 of the big scallops. 2, 3, and I might do that one there actually. Yeah, 4. So that's the 4 of the 2-inch scallop punch that you need. Then I'm going to punch out 1 of the, oh blimey, of the 1/2 inch punch, and 1 of the 1-inch circle. So let me, yeah, it doesn't really matter because that goes on the back. Okay, so I'm going to pop the paper to one side and the punches to one side. That's all you need. You don't need any more. So what we're going to do now is we're going to fold the petals, and you can decide what side you want. I think I'm going to use like the notebook side. So we're going to fold them in half and just use a bone folder to crease, and we're going to fold them in half again, so obviously you end up with quarters, and try and get them as level as you possibly can. Okay, and then bone fold them to make the edges crisp. So I'm going to do that to all 4 of them. So I'm going to fold this in half and just rub it down. I'm going to fold in half again, and then just rub it down, and then fold, fold in half and rub down, and then fold in half again. You're going to see how quick these are to do as well. So that, and then the last one you do exactly the same. So fold in half and use your bone folder or scissors or an old credit card, something that you've got, and then I'm going to fold in half again and bone fold. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just use a little bit of wet glue, and I'm just going to put a little bit just here, just before the point, just to hold the petals down. You don't want them like stuck right the way down, because you want them to fluff up a little bit on the sides. So we're just going to put a little bit just on the inside, just below or just above the point, fold it back in half and hold it down for a second, and we're going to do that with all 4. Okay. And hold that down. And then the last one, just exactly the same thing. Okay, and hold it down. So the next step that I'm going to do is I'm going to use some scorched timber distress oxide and just ink around the edges. Now, I always used to use vintage, or I've always used Vintage Photo to do my inking, but somebody online said, oh, I use scorched timber, and now I can't stop using it. And it's really lovely as an edge inker, is that the right word? I'm not quite sure, but it looks lovely anyway, and it just gives the flower a bit of definition as well. So just going to ink the rest of the edges. Like so. Now usually I would then proceed to ink the little 1/2 inch circle, which ultimately becomes this circle in the middle that holds it all down. But I have got a little 15mm snail wax seal that I'm going to pop on the middle, so I'm not actually going to bother to ink around the edge on that one. Now you take your 1 inch circle punch, which is going to be used to stick your petals to. Now, so that you can get the alignment sort of thereabouts, I'm going to fold it in half and fold it in half again. Now you don't have to worry too much about using your bone folder on this one. Okay, so move that to one side, and you'll see you've got the markings of where, like, of each quarter where you stick your petal. So let's get sticking. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put glue on 1/4 of the circle, and then take one of my flower petals, and I'm just going to line it up. You don't have to be exact, but just so you stick 1/4 of the petals on 1/4 of the circle, if that makes sense. And then do the same with the one opposite, and this one's a bit easy because you can just line up the edges and push that down. Now the next one is really easy, and I just don't even bother with this one. I just put glue on the whole half of that, and then line up your points to the middle and pop them down. Then the last one just slides in. There you go, and just give them a good push down, and I always turn them over and give them a little push as well. Now the final steps is to take your 1/2 inch circle punch, and I'm just going to glue that down into the middle. It just holds everything together. Okay, and just give that a push. Now I'm going to do exactly the same with my little snail, who I think is going to look very cute on here. I think Sydney's going to look very cute. So I'm just going to put some wet glue on the back of Sydney, and then just stick him down to the middle of my flower. Just hold it down for a few minutes or a few seconds, as you know, because the wax actually slips and slides like that. Okay, and there you go. That's how you make the paper flowers that can go on your scrapbook pages, or it can go in your junk journals. Hope you've enjoyed watching that, and until next time, bye.